I already met. If eventually we sign a contract, I'll be the owner's rep and construction consultant on the job.
Okay.
My background is construction and building inspector for many, many years, unfortunately. So they came to me and asked me to assist, so I'll be involved with it. So yes, right now we have a architect of record. We haven't signed their contract yet, but it's very close. We've talked about my contract, but haven't signed one yet. But we're hoping to build in the spring, or at least start.
Is it just gonna be slab or is it?
Yep, slab on grade, 1 story, 6 bays now, 5 bays now, 6 bays. Approximately 8,000 square feet, or as much as we could build with the money we have. Looks like a steel building, possibly. We're not 100% sure. We're going to try to get as much in as we can for the money we have.
And is the old building going to be used as something else?
Tentatively, if we don't take it down, it will fall down. So
May as well take it
we
down.
might as well take it down before it falls down.
Seems like
It's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, needs some work.
It's certainly the main portion of it. If you look from the front on the right, there's a newer section. That 1 garage door, that's newer, but everything else to the left of that is old. And I don't know, excuse me, when was the existing firehouse built?
1949.
1949.
It's over.
Oh, right after the fire. I didn't know that.
Well, I know they said the cement in the bottom is not enough for the trucks they have in it now. I mean, the heaviest truck you could have bought in '49 didn't weigh all that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the floor is
They had
collapsing.
They had some walkthroughs. I was upstairs and the whole building was ready to fall down with me up there.
Yeah,
I felt
it's
it.
nice.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'll jump.
It's overdue.
If I jumped, I'd break the floor.
Yeah. Not good.
No.
Yeah. But to that, and just because Doug brought it up, as far as we know, the planning board knows, there's nothing for that we need to do. I would assume that it needs, the normal code enforcement stuff for a big building that was going to have, whether it was going to be somebody's trucking business or excavators.
Right.
I can't imagine. Yet again, though, there's always things we don't know everything about. So if something comes up that needs us to look at it, certainly don't worry about bringing it up. But we don't think there's anything. It's not in shoreland. We don't have any zoning. It's not in. It's not commercial, unless they're going to start charging to put out fires. And
It's already cleared and ready to go.
yeah. So it's
Right, due to try to control costs, one of the costs of our architect is a big review before the planning board. Well, if the planning board doesn't need to see it, then we could save that money that the architect proposed to come to Brownfield
yeah, and we don't. I mean, we can't
and we'll do that
think
anyway.
of or come up with any reason why we
Well,
needed a review.
Are the plans something that the planning board has to
We don't
put
think
their
so.
stamp on?
No.
We don't think
No.
so. We
We
have
don't think so.
we have a land use that talks about commercial stuff, but that's a municipal building. We have shoreland. We have subdivision. It's not none of those things. It's not going to be a
already
TV
voted.
tower. It's not going to be a
It sounds like it's just going to be a standard CEO
I would think so.
inspections
I
Been
and
voted on
sign-offs.
too, right?
Well, yeah, but even then, I mean, like the sort of the planning board end of that is not so much about public approval of money spent. It's about whether the building's okay for what the purpose is. But I don't think there's anything in any of our ordinances that talks about municipal buildings. And I think most towns that have to do it, it's because they're putting it somewhere that's zoned residential,
Right.
and we aren't zoned. So,
I mean, they're not putting it over on Quokka Pond or
Right,
Front
yeah.
Meadow.
not that people
with
haven't
that
done things
shoreline
like
and
that.
so forth. True. I mean, who wouldn't want a deck on the back of the fire station? They can go fishing or something.
Oh, they can, wash this stuff
Don't
out, run into
give
the
them
pond.
any
Yeah, you're giving me
idea.
I'm not-
fishing
wait,
derbies and everything.
I'm not telling Dick
I like
any
that.
of my thoughts.
I like that
Wait a
thought.
Yeah, but yeah, so,
We got the lot settled.
so
I thought.
yeah. So again, that just because I know it's just come up recently, but like none of us can come up with any reason why it would be anything that the planning board needs to touch, unless you know, and in general, I think part of this was sort of as a meet and greet, so you know who the heck you're talking to and for what time you're here. Is, I mean, when Mike Bain ran into things that he thought we needed to look at, he'd give them to us. Sometimes they were probably things that could have been code enforcement, but he thought it needed an extra set of eyes. We're always
We don't
willing
mind
to
doing
do
that.
that stuff, but you know, that's your discretion. Don't feel like you need to do things that you don't think you need. You know, if you don't think you need to do it, then, you know. And again, I know we looked at the graph chart, what do you want to call it, in Shoreland, and there are things that are us, and there are
Yep.
things that are you, and there are things you can just plain old do, and there's things that you can't do at all. And, you know, I always say when I tried to look at that, my eyes are getting bad enough, so I was going to have to do this to pick them all out. But, you know, feel free to, you know, do the things that you think are yours.
So our contract will call for a full set of drawings, a full specification project manual, full code compliant of all main codes that will be in the document, full adherence to all the local jurisdiction codes or shoreland, if there is any or not. So it will be pretty detailed, and obviously you'll get to see all that. But we'll,
You're supposed to be in there.
so we'll have a full
trouble.
set of documents before we obviously start. We're gonna try to come up with a proposed elevation views for the public to look at first, just as, okay, this is what it's gonna look like. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, drawings were 8 months from sign of contract. Final drawings? No, I forget. It was a while.
It's a
So I was just counting the months, and maybe spring is too optimistic. But we will get it built as soon as possible. We had a couple glitches along the way
Yep.
with the grant and a few other things. So we're getting back on track with all that. So it's in the process. Anything major comes up or minor comes up that you should be aware of, certainly let me know.
Perfect.
And you're welcome to come to any of our meetings, which we discuss. Next meeting is contract topic. We have to, the lawyer has looked at the contract from our architect. We have to submit it back to the architect. Make sure with our notes, and see if we can come up with a final draft fairly soon and get that signed. Then we're off to the races once that's signed. So the money is available, the grant money is approved, we have it. The town money is approved, we have it. Now we just have to work. We're just not sure of how much we can build yet
Yep.
with the money we have.
You good on that, Doug? You good on that? We'll move on to the next questions. If you have questions. So where are you, or are you working other than here, Guy?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Okay. And you, but you
I
have.
was over in Hiram.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you've done some of this sort of stuff, or you just sort of learning some of this?
I'm learning,
Yeah.
and I can. He's invaluable.
Oh, I'm
learning
sure
so
anybody
much from
that's
him.
done this, yeah. And you're local.
Yep, I live right over on Pequawket.
Right.
Always good and bad, I think, anytime you talk to anybody, but good. Glad to have you both. Do you have, I mean, I will say that Mike, you know, in his time here, and I think in his exit letter, mentioned again that he doesn't love the way our camper stuff is written. And the last time we tried to do stuff, we faced a lot of opposition to changing anything. You know, anything like that comes up that you find that's like, you know, if this was written a little clearer, life would be a little easier. Certainly let us know.
Yep.